They called me a warrior, but I've felt anything but strong. You look at me now and maybe you see the armor, the scars, the steady gaze. But if you looked closer, if you looked inside, you'd see cracks. Deep, jagged cracks that no amount of metal or muscle can hide. Let me tell you a truth most won't admit. Every warrior breaks. I've broken more times than I can count. The weight of the world on my shoulders, the endless battles, the faces of those I couldn't save. It's too much for anyone. There were nights I stared at the stars, my blade still dripping with the blood of my enemies, and wondered if any of it even mattered. And then there were the losses, my comrades, my family, my home, all gone. Some stolen by war, others by time. The memories cut deeper than any blade ever could. I used to laugh when people talked about emotional wounds, but now I know they're the ones that never heal. Have you ever been broken? I mean truly broken, not just hurt, not just bruised, but shattered into 1,000 pieces? Have you felt the kind of pain that makes you question everything, your choices, your purpose, your very existence? If you have, then you understand, and if you haven't, trust me, it's coming. Life doesn't spare anyone. I remember one battle, I thought I was invincible then. I charged in, sword raised, fearless. And I won, but not without a cost. When the dust settled, I saw my closest friend lying there, lifeless, his hand outstretched as if reaching for me. I couldn't save him. I tried to carry him back, but my body gave out. I collapsed in the mud, screaming at the heavens, cursing whatever gods let this happen. That was the day I realized something. Even the strongest can fall, but falling isn't the end. The world will break you. It will tear you apart and leave you bleeding, gasping, begging for mercy. It will test you in ways you never imagined, and when it's done, it will ask you a question. What now? What now, warrior? Will you lie there in the dirt, letting the weight of your pain crush you? Or will you rise, piece by shattered piece, and fight again? You see, being broken isn't the end of your story. It's just another chapter. A painful one, yes, but necessary. Because those cracks, those wounds, they're what make you stronger. They're proof that you've survived, that you've endured what others couldn't. I'm not saying it's easy. God, no. Picking up the pieces is the hardest thing you'll ever do. Some days, you won't even know where to start. Some days, you'll feel like giving up, but you don't. You can't. Because if you give up, then they've won. The pain, the loss, the darkness, it wins. And you're better than that. You're a warrior, not because you don't break, but because you do, and you rise anyway. Think about it. Every scar you carry tells a story. Every failure, every heartbreak, every betrayal, they're all part of who you are. They've shaped you, sharpened you, made you the fighter you are today. You don't have to hide your scars. Wear them proudly. Let the world see what you've been through, what you've survived. Because those scars, they're not signs of weakness. They're badges of honor. I know what you're thinking, but I'm tired. I can't take it anymore. Believe me, I've been there. I've felt the weight of the world pressing down so hard that I couldn't breathe. I've wanted to give up, to let it all end. But then I remembered something. Every battle ends, every storm passes, and no matter how broken you feel, there's always a way forward. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to take one step, then another, and another. Do it for yourself. Do it for the people you've lost, the dreams you've buried, the life you still have ahead of you. Do it because you're worth it, even if you don't believe it right now. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs fighters, survivors, people who've stared into the abyss and refused to let it consume them. People like you. You're not alone. Even when it feels like it. Even when the darkness is all you can see. You're not alone. There's strength inside you that you haven't even discovered yet. And when you find it, when you embrace it, nothing will be able to stop you. So, pick up the pieces. Stitch yourself back together, even if it hurts. Especially if it hurts. Because every time you rise, you're proving that pain can't define you. One day, you'll look back at this moment, the moment you thought you couldn't go on, and you'll realize it was the moment that made you. The moment you stopped being a victim and became a warrior in every sense of the word. So fight. Fight for your future, for your dreams, for your very existence. Fight because you deserve to live, not just survive. And when the battle is over, when the scars have healed and the dust has settled, you'll stand tall. Not because you didn't break, but because you did, and you chose to rise anyway. Remember this. Being broken doesn't mean you're defeated. It means you're human. And humans? We're capable of extraordinary things. Now go, live, fight, heal, and never forget, your story isn't over yet. You're stronger than you know. You're braver than you feel. And you're unbreakable.